I didn't have any ambition to end up as an actual musician. So that just happened. I think I was always kind of musical, and music was always around and always the only thing that did consistently. After school I moved to Austria to study psychology, and then during that time I started making music, and it was just something to do in the evenings. Started to DJ and started doing events, and then eventually that became my path. So I think I was always attracted to stuff that not the mass is listening to always see kind of a misfit. Get in there! But I think I started mainly with stuff that is related to mid-90s hip-hop. Then it kind of evolved into what I make now, which is a bit more ambient related, but it always has this nostalgic touch with some jazz influences, but in general it's just instrumental hip-hop. I think lo-fi music just became a branding for everything nowadays that is instrumental hip-hop. It's not really specifically a genre, I would say. I think it's just a certain way of mixing music and a certain aesthetic. Foggy, muffled, less peaky. It's kind of just listening to music in a bubble, or in an aquarium, or whatever, in a safe setting. And it's not too overwhelming, so you can let your thoughts flow. But I didn't really know what to do with it, and kind of survived with music, but I didn't really know where all this leads into. So I was kind of lost. The most life-changing events was when I got in touch with Buzz, who runs chillhop, because that drastically changed my path. Chillhop, that's the label I work for as an A&R. It started as a YouTube channel, just a promotional platform for instrumental music, because at the point there was not much around. Buzz, the founder of chillhop, liked that music, so he wanted to create a platform to promote it. He decided to make a label out of it and release his own music, and that's when I kind of came in. Just had this ambition and wanted to show people the music that I always loved. And then there was this platform that actually made it possible, so I was just fully dedicated. And then it got bigger and bigger, and then, yeah. I can't really track when it actually blew up. I mean, I started making music in a really small SoundCloud subgenre, so we had our small community. Then you were already happy when you just got heard by someone that you liked listening to yourself. But now it got so big that, I don't know, it's just a bit unreal. No, that was never my intention. It just happened. And I'm still kind of overwhelmed by how many people actually listen to my music, because I still think I'm just making some beats in the basement and there's not really much about it. If people send me direct messages on whatever platform, SoundCloud, and tell me that, I don't know, my music is giving them something, that still means more to me than knowing that I have 1 million whatever listeners on Spotify. and is happy that people like it and listen to it. But other than that, I'm just like everyone else. But I'm still aware that I'm not famous in that sense. I can still go out and no one would ever recognize me. A big part of those people don't even know that they listen to me. For an artist, it's always kind of weird to hear that people just listen to your music in the background, because I don't make it for the purpose of listening to it in the background. I mean, there's also a lot of music that I put on in the background and I still like it. Just get lost in music. You need some kind of work-life balance. That's why I try to find stuff that I can do besides music. So that's why I got a dog. And I was sitting there alone and scrolled through the internet, and then he popped up. And then it was a pretty impulsive decision. Come here. And yeah, he's always on my side, because they are always loyal in a way. So even though we have a lot of arguments and fights every day, even though I give him food and all that, so he kind of needs me as well. It's just about being unique and always come up with something new or innovative. Now, I feel like I said everything when it comes to this specific type of beats, so I'm still figuring out what direction I want to go. Because at some point I just felt like, especially the last half year, it just became something you just make a beat for the sake of making a beat. And then you can always come up with something nice, but I felt like I'm just repeating myself. So I started finding artists that I can collab with to come up with something new. To stay relevant, or like to not repeat yourself too much. It's always good to have someone else involved. But I never start with any melody or whatever. It's always drums. If I have a guitar player or keyboard player or whatever, then he tries to play something on top. But I think music is always something that gives me something that nothing else can or can't be substituted by anything else. It's not lonely, but I mean, you get kind of lost in chats about music. If I'm at work, I have to listen to music all day long, and then I come home and make music, so. But yeah, it's always hard to really shut it down and don't think about it anymore. So yeah, I'm currently still finding ways to live a more balanced life that is not 100% about music. I think I'm still not quite there to say I'm fully satisfied. So there's still some driving force inside me. I don't have a plan B, that's what I can say. So somehow I have to make it with music right now. But then I just see what's up.